showdown here. A matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. Fields it just outside the goal line. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The shotgun handoff here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Second down play coming up. Looking to scramble. It's a deep shot to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk of yardage on that play.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big game for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see. And kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Pressure is coming. He's going to pull it down and run.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. I'd rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. To the air. It's McMillan. The pocket breaking down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Looking deep downfield to the left. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receivers past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. When he gets it down to the tight end, you can see what he can do after the catch.
The Longhorns line it up with first and goal. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Third down and goal for the offense. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field, 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. First down, looking for more now. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Offense getting set. It's second down. He'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from him.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Gibby keeps it himself. Didn't get there. Defense comes up with a third down stop.
Well, I just thought that would be a foregone conclusion. Third down in inches, no problem. Quarterback sneak, first down. But no. The defensive line holds their point of attack and pushes him. It looked like no gain to me. It'll be fourth down in inches.
We need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on fourth. And now the handoff. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
Right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game, because they are getting ripped apart up front.
The Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Slams right into a wall. They've got it for a loss.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the second.
No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And he knocks it right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Texas offense comes back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets them up near midfield in 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here midseason.
Yeah, midseason games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. On the ground, it's Clark. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. On the move now. Heave the ball deep down that right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
Well, they're going to go for it, try to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Lets it fly to the wideout. 4th down pass is incomplete, but there's a marker down. A crucial call here. So the call is defensive holding, and that's a big boost for this offense. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Running with purpose.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He's looking to throw. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Longhorns pick up enough yards to move the sticks. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Just trying to get rid of it. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding, and here comes the penalty marker. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Dropping back, it's McMillan. He's running out of time here. Makes the catch, can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Longhorns will line up here on first down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. It's a test of toughness and a test of will, and then running back won that round.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes him one of the top backs in the country.
Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking to throw it on first down. The sure hands. It's Porter. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down now at the 48. What a difference one play can make from being backed up to out near midfield. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. First down and more. He's still running. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
That's reeled in. It's Porter. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Come to the line for second down and very short now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
First down at 10. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Running out of time in the pocket. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Ball carrier tackled there.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. When a player is down injured after that last play, they take a timeout or they check him out. Can they keep this drive going? It's fourth down and 6. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down where you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
A jerk to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. Coming up, second down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Boy, they're just not successful here on second and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first two opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up third down.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. He's got it near the end zone. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. The offense going for it here on 4th and goal. They're trying to sneak it for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's how you close a half off of this offense, leaning on the run game to get into the end zone and setting yourself up to go into half all tied up. What a game we have here.
And now the point after try to tie the game heading to halftime. And the PAT is good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can he make something happen? Looking downfield, it's McMillan. He lets it go. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Oh, and now he fumbles the ball. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He steps out at the 22, and that's where the drive will begin. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Gaining some breathing room now, tackled at the 26.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw here. Lets it go quickly. Finds his man. It's Porter. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. The pass rush closing in. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Defense is coming after him. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Breaking free at the 35.
Now let's give credit to the offensive line here. The quarterback had time to look around the entire defense, and just as he's about to get hit, able to check it down to the running back, and look at the big gain. Good job by the quarterback.
Predicate with a sneak. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. 1st down now from the 30.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator. Go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the 1st down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the 1st down.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. 1st down now. That's caught. It's Porter. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback drops back. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they jump on top here in the 2nd half. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
They knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. And 109 yards away, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, and tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. Start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Keeping it on the ground here. Get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. To throw, it's McMillan. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. The tight end makes the catch downfield. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
One massive play has moved the football just outside the red zone. 1st down. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Throws it to the right. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play. And then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. To throw, it's St. Clair. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a 1st down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete, but is the final play of this period. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Picked off, a crucial turnover. He could go inside the 40, past the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns. A crucial pick 6.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the 4th. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He steps out at the 22, and that's where the drive will begin. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. Breaking tackles and going. The senior with excellent work after the catch.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On the ground, it's Smith. Great cut there. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage and you can throw it over top of it.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Oh, they've got him on the blitz.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually he comes on with a sack.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Quick throw to his receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Clark. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
So the clock has stopped, and we've reached the last 2 minutes here. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Grab behind the line. It's Clark. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And that pass is way off the mark. I'm not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with the 1st down.
Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, It's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Pressure is coming. Oh, they've got him. A 4th down sack and a turnover on downs.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's brought down out at the 46.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this in regulation. Ball handed off. Breaking tackles. As the first down is still going. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Third down. They don't gain anything from here. It's a 51-yard field goal try. Can he get there on the ground? Clutch conversion on 3rd there. Sets him up first down from the 31. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Longhorns will have 1st and 10 here. And the wideout goes in motion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. Runs through the defender. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Tough running to avoid a loss. It just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The offense spends a timeout. The clock stopped with just 10 seconds left. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. That puts them back on top. quickly. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. Comes out of bounds at the 38. That's a pretty good return. And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And they wrap him up and bring him down to what is the